Hi everyone, it's Angela Dahlgren and I'm standing in front of Senses Spa at the Grand Floridian. You are seeing me after a very long day. I was out yesterday from 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. So like you're truly seeing me at my worst with no wig. I can't even talk, with no makeup on and very little sleep. But this is good because I am doing Character Couture today. This is like the adult version of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and I'm so excited. I'm going to get my hair done, I'm going to get my makeup done, my nails done, and I'm going to be turned into a beautiful princess. I cannot wait. This is like a dream come true for me. Oh my gosh, it's like the best thing ever. Okay, I'm like already sweating. Oh my gosh, it's so hot outside. Let's get started. Here is the lobby of Senses Spa at the Grand Floridian. Look at that wallpaper background, so beautiful, and it smelled really good in there too. This is my cosmetologist and stylist. I'm not going to use her name just to give her some anonymity, but she was the sweetest. Oh my gosh, she had such great stories and she asked my opinion a lot. I really enjoyed my time with her. Here she is doing my hair. She did a great job asking me if the pins were in too tight, if my hair felt too loose. She did redo my hair at one point just to make sure that, it wasn't too tight, which I really appreciated. One thing that I would suggest is that you come in with photos. Photos of how you want your makeup to look, photos of how you want your hair to look. That's something I chose not to do. The reason I didn't do that is because I wanted to see what her process was like. I wanted to see how she envisioned my princess look. I picked Rapunzel in case you were wondering. After your hair, you'll have your nails painted. And there's no manicure involved, it's just a simple, painting your nails experience. You pick two colors. I picked purple and yellow, and one of those colors is for an accent nail. So 4 of my fingers were painted purple, and then the 4th finger was an accent nail color, and that was what the yellow was for. After nails was makeup, and again, this is where I really suggest bringing in photos for how you want your makeup to look. This is something that, again, I did not do, so my makeup turned out different than what I would have thought. This is not on my cosmetologist at all because I did not give her enough guidance, and that was on purpose because I wanted to see what her process was. She gave me lots of chances and lots of opportunities to speak up, but I wanted to put myself in the shoes of someone who doesn't know a lot about makeup, so I just kind of let her go with it. She asked me, do I want to go light, medium, or dark with the eyeshadow look, and I chose medium because I thought, it's a happy medium, and you'll see what the final outcome was. I had a couple sanitation issues that I did question and she did address, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But otherwise, she was very gentle with my skin. She used nice brushes that didn't hurt my face at all, and I was very happy with the overall experience. Okay, so I'm done with my experience and I definitely have some thoughts. Here's how my makeup turned out. Overall, I think it turned out okay. Maybe a little lighter than what I would do, but I think whoever wears makeup, guys, girls, you kind of do it your own way. So for someone else doing my makeup, it turned out all right. As far as the eyeshadow, it's a little dark for the daytime, but I think for night it would have turned out, it'd be perfect. Like for a nighttime event or for fireworks or something. But yes, for daytime, it's a little intense. What I think is important going into this is to not be afraid to express your opinion or to tell them if you do or don't like something. I didn't give my opinion as much as I probably should have because I wanted to see where she went with the process. But had I said something, I probably would have asked for a little more fullness in my hair, maybe a little more volume. I obviously don't have Rapunzel hair, so I don't have that much volume, but had I chose to say something, I would have asked for that. So it's not her fault. I just didn't say anything. She did give me lots of opportunities to speak up, but like I said, I wanted to see where she went with the process. I also wanted to point out, just for transparency, a couple sanitization issues, I guess. They applied concealer right out of the tube under my eyes, and they were gonna apply a liquid eyeliner from the tube right to my eye that had been used before. I asked them not to do that and they happily obliged. And I did ask about that, and they said that with cosmetics that have a high alcohol content, it's normally not an issue. So I wanted to point that out. If that's a concern for you, if you have, you know, an autoimmune issue, or if you're a germaphobe, you can ask them to apply the concealer to their hand first and then apply it to your eyes. Had they applied that to my face, I probably would have asked them to do that because I do have acne prone skin, but I did want to point that out. When it came to mascara, they used a separate brush. They didn't use the mascara brush, so that's really important, that's good. And then same with the lips, they used a separate lip brush. So not a huge thing. They did address it when I asked, but if you are someone who is kind of big on germs, just ask them to apply that concealer onto their hand first and then use a separate brush. Overall, I think it's a pretty good value. I think it's $120 on its own for the nails, the hair, and the eyes, but it's an extra $25 for them to do your face makeup. Otherwise, you can just come with your face already done. Also, if you're concerned about, you know, any tools that they're using, you can always just go ahead and bring your own mascara or eyeliner. That's always something you can choose. Value-wise, good value for what you get, $145. She really did take her time. It was 2 hours that I had with her. But the people there are great. They're very professional, wonderful staff. Another complaint that I have is there's no information available. It's very hard to find on the Disney website. They have one blog post on the Disney Parks blog, but if you type in Character Couture on the Disney website, it doesn't show up. You have to type in Senses, and then it's under the Ivy Trellis, which is an old picture post. So it's actually at Senses. There's 4 locations, but then from there, you can find information. So just type in Senses on the Disney website. Otherwise, I found information on blog posts on Google. It's a new day and I'm back. I am wearing the same shirt. You can't tell, but I look like a different version of Rapunzel. I was thinking about it after I got back from my trip, after I filmed that video, and this is expensive. You know, it's $125. You know, that's before you get your makeup done. You add another $25 and it's expensive. So I wanted to give you another option. I wanted to show you, oh, just hit the garbage can. And so I really wanted to show you at home how you could do this and recreate this look at home. I also wanted to show you, you know, had I decided to do this on my own, how I would make myself look like Rapunzel. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you, I'll fast forward, it won't be super long. I'm going to show you how you can recreate a Rapunzel Disney-bound look at home so that maybe you could do this in the parks. All right, let's get started. First thing is foundation. My cosmetologist went a little lighter on me, so I made sure to use what worked for my skin tone coloring in this portion of the video. Here's an option for you when using concealer if you have acne-prone skin, or if you want to avoid, you know, infection if you're sharing with someone. You can just apply the concealer to the back of your hand and then use a brush to conceal. I have under eye bags, so I have to color correct. I use an orange tone concealer, which kind of sounds strange, and I apply that first, and then I go in with my regular colors to conceal my eyes, you know, for real, with no orange colors, and that orange just kind of cancels out that bluer color under my eyes. And then I set my face with a powder. She went pretty light on the bronzer. She used it more to contour. I didn't contour because princesses are younger and I wanted to give a more youthful look. So instead I used bronzer and I just hit the parts of the face that the sun would naturally hit. I contoured the jaw just a little bit to give it a little bit of angle. And onto eyeshadow, here I just used a skin tone eyeshadow and put that all over the lid I'm showing you now. And then I'm moving on to a pinky tone into the crease. If it looks like I'm using a lot of colors, don't worry, I just like to play around with eyeshadows and colors. I have a lot of them. I have a whole drawer full of eyeshadows. So it's just my thing. But basically, I'm using pinks and purples to kind of, you know, go along with the Rapunzel theme. And I'm very much staying in the pastel tones. Now here I'm using a pink and a gold shimmer, and I'm wetting my brush with a spray to make that shimmer a little more pigmented. And here my husband comes in and interrupts. And now I'm using that middle purple to give it more of that purple look. It wasn't quite as purple as I wanted, but I'm making it more so. And now I'm bringing eyeshadow underneath. Putting eyeshadow under your eyes instead of liner not only makes you look a little less tired, but it also lasts longer. I also find that it can open up your eyes a little more. After doing the eyeshadow, I did the liner and the mascara off camera. For that princess look, apply your blush to the apples of your cheeks. This will also give you a more youthful appearance. One more thing before we move on to eyelashes. If you want to give your eyes an even bigger look, make them look even more princess-like and animated-like, you could put a white eyeliner or a skin-toned eyeliner in the waterline. I tossed mine because I don't use them enough. They were getting old, but I do have this that I will put in my waterline so you can kind of see how it's supposed to look. All right, that was a little bit of a fail, but know that that would normally work with like an eyeliner or, you know, something that's not this. Okay, let's move on. I'm someone who feels very uncomfortable wearing a full strip of fake eyelashes, so I either use individual eyelashes or an eyelash trio that I just glue on to the ends of my eyes, as you can see here. And it not only opens up your eye, but it kind of gives you a winged out look, or kind of that cat eye look that I really like. Okay, so this is the Character Couture version. And this is the Angela version. Makeup, I think I did okay on. Hair is just a disaster. Just like my second time ever doing a side braid, so I just covered it up with flowers that I had at home. While I think that this experience was definitely worth it, I think it's super fun to do, you know, for a wedding shower, a bachelorette party, you know, a mother-daughter thing. I think it's definitely worth it for those things. I also understand that Disney is already, you know, expensive, and that is something that's a splurge. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you would like a video on ways to make your makeup last in the parks. You know, I go to the parks for my job, I'm filming all day, I need my makeup to last all day. So thumbs up this video if you would like a video about that, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.